What's going on, everyone? I hope you're having a blessed day. So, I had a fun story to share with you, a quick manifestation story. And I love listening to these because it just gives you a little bit of hope, right? That it's possible. It's possible to create a new reality step by step, brick by brick, and that you can do it simply by changing your thoughts and your energy and beginning to build momentum in the right direction. That's how it starts. It starts as simple as knowing that you can change your thoughts, and your thoughts then influence and impact your actions, and your actions then dictate your reality and change your character and who you are, right? And so the space of the energy that you're in has a big influence on what you attract into your life. So a couple of things I wanted to share here, and let me do the story first and then I'll share the second thing. So I went to a restaurant recently with my brother in London called Holy Carrot. Great vegan restaurant for anyone who's looking for a great place to eat in London and has specific dietary requirements. They're gluten free, nut free, all that kind of stuff. They cater to all that stuff. But I predominantly eat plant based because it's just what's good for my gut and my gut health. So they do amazing food. So it's worth checking out if you're ever in London. Anyway, I'm there, and before that, we actually went for some tea at a hotel, and we're just in good company, right? Just me and him hanging out, talking, catching up about life, talking about all of the things that we're planning to do in the future and where we've kind of been on our journey up to that point and how we got there, and just showing mutual love and support for each other, and the fact that we got to experience this life together up to this point, and we were excited for what the future was going to bring. So we go into the hotel with that energy, and a lot of the conversation we're having, pretty much all of it, is about the future and about things we're grateful for. Unknowingly, that's just the state that we're in when we're talking. It's just in gratitude of where we're at and talking about plans for the future and what we're excited about. And we order some drinks, we order starters, we order mains. And I'm not usually a dessert person, but my brother is. So he was like, I want to order a dessert. I was like, go on. So he orders, I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was a butterscotch cake with some oat ice cream or something, or miso caramel cake, one of them. And it arrives, and he said, try some. So I got a spoon and tried a little bit. And I was like, in my head, I was thinking, wow, this is actually really good. I could probably eat a whole one for myself because I love, if I have cake, I love a little bit of like almond milk or some cold ice cream to go with it. The hot and the cold, or the dry and the wet mixture together is lovely. So the cake slice with the oat ice cream was beautiful. So in my mind, I'm thinking I could probably clock one of these on my own. And I kid you not, seconds after I thought that thought, the waitress comes over with another cake and ice cream and says, I'm really sorry, but the chef actually made this in error. Would you like to have it anyway on us? And I was like, absolutely, give that to me. And I took it as a sign from the universe that this was my chance to receive. First of all, be open to receiving love from the universe in all of its forms, receive abundance in all of its forms, but also showing me that gratitude pays off. You know, um, when you have resistant free thought, and that means you're thinking something, like I was thinking about the cake and how amazing it would be to keep having spoonfuls of this in my mouth. I wasn't thinking, oh yeah, but it's expensive to get another one, and I don't think we've got time, and I'm probably too full up. I didn't think a secondary negative thought. I just thought one thought. I could probably have another one to myself. This is really tasty. That's it. There was no afterthought of like why it couldn't happen. So that's resistant free. You're just thinking about your desire, and that's it. That's where all of your energy is focused, laser focused on that one desire. But I wasn't also attached to the outcome, like when's it going to happen? How is it going to happen? The restaurant's really busy now. What if it takes a long time? I didn't care whether I got it or not. It was literally just in my mind about imagining what it would be like to taste more of that cake and ice cream. I did not in my head think about how am I going to get it and shall I buy it, shall I not buy it? I wasn't contemplating that. I was detached from ever having another slice of it or another spoonful of it. And I feel like, I mean, you can never be sure with these things, right? Like, I can't scientifically prove this to you. I'm just sharing my experience. I feel like because I was in a state of high vibration and gratitude, one, and I was detached from the outcome. So I wasn't thinking about when, if, how, but those two things together is what allowed the universe to deliver it to me there and then as a perfect gift. So the reason I share this story is because it's just a cool story of manifestation when you're in a place of gratitude and high vibe and you're thinking resistant free, which means you're just focused on your desires and how fun it's going to be. That's when you can start bringing things into your life, right? Bringing small things into your universe. And the other thing I'd mention on that is I also wasn't thinking, oh, it's only cake. I mean, I wish they bought another dish because I also enjoyed this and that. Why is it only cake? Why is it only one slice? Yeah, but it works with this. What about everything else in my life? I'm still looking for more money, for example, opportunities, friendships, more health and well-being. Like, where's all of that stuff? A cake's irrelevant. I'm not trying to manifest the cake. I'm trying to manifest all the other stuff. But the point is, with the other things, I probably have to some extent, and we all probably have more resistance towards the stuff that we're actually focused on because we're too focused on it. We're too attached to the outcome. The stuff that we're detached from is the stuff that's more likely to come a lot sooner. That being said, though, it's also important to note that it's not all about instantly manifesting. It's not all about how quickly can you get something. It's not to do with pace. Because if that was the case, then just like music and just like dancing, you'd skip right to the end. What's the point of listening to a 3-minute track if the point is just to get to the end? You just fast forward it to the end and listen to the last second. That's pointless. The whole point of the song is to enjoy the whole 3 minutes. Whole point of a dance is to dance, not just get to the last move, right? In the same way, the whole point of life is to enjoy it for what it is as it's unfolding, not to get right to the end, right to the manifestation. You got to learn to love, and this is what I'm, learning to cultivate myself is learning to fall in love with the journey, being excited to see how is this going to unfold, like all the little bits that come together along the way, all the little surprises that come along the way. I'm going to be grateful for them all because they're all pieces of the puzzle. Things would probably get pretty boring if we were to manifest everything instantaneously. So just learn to love falling in it. Mixing up my words here. Begin to love the journey and be grateful for all the small things that happen along the way. Because the one thing you can control that you can start doing right now is be grateful for the things that you have in your life. Small or big, it doesn't matter. You can make a list. Do you have amazing friends? Or one amazing friend? Do you have parents, family? Do you have a good education? Do you have access to certain resources? Are you in good health right now? Have you got memories of the past that you feel really grateful to have had with friends or family? I mean, it could be anything. I'm just reeling off random stuff here, right? None of those things may be applicable for some of you. And for some of you, those might be the exact things that, you could be grateful for right now, whatever it is in your current reality that you could be grateful for. Start to list that down, because where your focus goes, your energy goes, right? And the more your energy goes in the direction of gratitude, the more magnetic you become for all of the desires that are stirring in your soul that you're so badly craving. And then, secondly, patience. You're not going to get everything instantaneously, and you don't want to either, because the fun is in seeing how it unfolds. Because think about watching a movie. You're not going to skip right to the end. That's boring. You want to see how the whole story unfolds, right? So the whole point of the movie is the fun is in the journey. Some of it may be dark and depressing, just like our lives. And then some of it might be sunshine and rainbows, just like our lives, right? But you enjoy the sunshine and rainbows because you've experienced the darkness and the depression. And just like a movie, there are twists and turns in the plot along the way. Nothing stays stagnant. Your life does not stay stagnant. Who you are is constantly changing and evolving. What's happening in your life is constantly changing and evolving. And maybe where you are right now, you once dreamt of, you once craved and desired having some of these things. Maybe the life that you're living right now, a previous version of you was dreaming about. So think about that for a moment, where you are right now. One love, big blessings, and I'll talk to you again soon.